Morning, mate. How you doing?
Hey, Args. Not too bad, mate. How are you?
I'm excited. It is Silage Day. It's finally come. We are ready to go.
That John Deere has been sitting collecting dust since we started this series, and yeah, can't wait to get stuck in and use it.
I know. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today, isn't it? We've gone forward another month. Got rid of that forage wagon behind you. That's disappeared. And
That's right.
And we've got the forage harvester all set up and ready to go. We're going to go and grab those trailers from the neighbour. And we're just going to get into it, run a bit of course play, and we'll be driving a couple of bins and bring it down and put it in this shed just here.
Yeah, no, it should be good fun. Nothing like a good silage. Always good fun.
Yeah, exactly. Now, before we do get into that, I had it pointed out to me that in the first little phase of your video last week, there was no beacon lights put on.
Okay.
I know you're a bit of a fan of the Grand Tour. You know, Mr. Willman always has a bit of a backup car for the fellas if something goes wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you just wait there for a second. I'll be back.
Okay, where's this going?
Right, hang on.
What is he up to? Oh, doors are opening.
Don't be afraid. Be afraid. So, you know, just in case it happens again, you've been warned. If I can get myself out of here, maybe I need a license. But you'll be collecting silage 500 litres at a time, and you'll be pedaling your way up and down the field.
Look at that!
All right.
How good is that?
So if there's if the health and safety button and alarm goes off again, you're in trouble.
Okay. I'm slightly worried that this might damage my ankles at full stretch. It's quite just...
Yeah, that is some quite ambidextrous ankles you've got going on there.
That is quite sore.
Yeah. So anyhow, you've been warned. Make sure.
All right.
Make sure you behave yourself.
All right. I will. The steering is really bad on this.
It is. So is some of your
All
driving.
right, I'm going to leave it here.
All right. Yeah. Well, there we go. Right.
Very nice.
That's enough fooling
I like
around.
it.
Let's go and get into it.
Right.
Do you want to? I'll run the. I've had a look at setting course play up already. If you want, I'll run the forager down and get that started. If you want to go and grab a wagon and meet me down there.
Yeah, I'll go and round up. I'll go and round up the trailers.
Yeah, sounds
no worries,
good.
mate.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Well, hello everyone. I am so excited to finally be getting into this stage. That was a bit of fun, finding that little pedal car. I had to rename it Silage Blade to add it to the multiplayer server, but to be perfectly honest, he did find it before we did that little bit. So he didn't know what I was going to do with it, but he did know it was there. So he had a little bit of an inkling what was happening. But anyhow, you can try and have a bit of fun, can't you? Anywho, let's head on down. So we've got this all ready to go, really. We're going to set it up on some course play, like we said. I think we're going to try and just run as many headlands as we can and just go around the field. The first field we're going to be in, which is the big long one right next to the yard, is quite an awkward shape to set up with course play. So we'll have a look. We'll get down there and see what's going to be the best course for us, and then we'll get into it.
Those buildings have considerable medieval value, Args.
Yeah, I could feel you behind me going, I know where this is going to head. I did have my hazard lights on though, so they should have got out of the way.
True.
Right, so here we are down at the field. So I think we'll just get this all unfolded and we'll go and set things up. It's not the biggest header in the world. It's also not the biggest chopper really. It's a bit of an old forage harvester, but it should do a good job. Now, we're going to set up course play like we said. I'm going to run around the field. So let's just bring up the menu and see how this is all going to work out. So you can see our field there on the right. You can see the field outline. So we've set it up 4.6 meters wide. Like I said, not the biggest forage header on the front of this, but it is probably appropriate for the size of it. We're going to go for 6 headlands, see what that works out as. Start work on the headlands. Everything else is going to be fine. When we get to the up and downs, we'll do the center part, but I think the way it's going to work out, we might be better just manually doing that. But if we can get as many headlands, in fact, let's bump it up to 7 and see what happens. So generate fieldwork course with that. All right, and there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only created 6 headlands, and that's because I guess when it gets to this point, it can't turn back on itself. So I think that's going to be the best. Like I said, once we've got all that done, we can probably come through and do all of this manually. So just see FSG driving in there. So we just exit in and out of here. And we do have this first part of the field is, of course, part of the, well, this grass is part of the field, so it's not actually going to work out as anything. But we just get in here. See FSG carrying on. Alright, I reckon we just press go and see how this all works out. So, turn it on. Got FSG just there behind us. And it's going to run along and not cut too much. Hopefully, it's going into the... Yeah, there we go. You can see it into the trailer there. Crikey, it's fair hauling. Might have to just bump the speed down a little bit on this because that is feeling like it's going pretty fast. Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, mate.
So that's set up on course plan running at the moment. Gosh, it started off fast. It was doing 14 miles an hour or something silly.
It was rapid. I was not sure how I was going to keep up with it.
Yeah.
But we're a bit more sensible now.
I've just bumped it down on cruise control, so it's running at 6.
Nice.
Yeah, so that should work out alright, I think, once we get field opened up.
I'm tailing behind it, and
yeah,
it's
nice.
going well.
Alright, I'll shoot down and grab the other tractor and yeah, we'll get into it.
Sounds good, mate. See you in a bit.
Alright, so we're just coming out here with the T7 and some good timing. Looks like the forage harvester's just got to the corner. Now, I think it's just detected that seed bag there that we've had there for some time. Might have to go and move that.
FSG2 Args.
Go ahead, mate.
You couldn't do me a favour and move, there's a fertiliser bag there that's blocking there. Thanks, dude.
I can sort that out. I was just commenting on that as I came around the corner. And the gate's open too. Right, we'll let FSG get past there. We'll get this gate back open because this is going to be a handy little in and out. Hopefully if we can open that again. There we go. Get the trigger. Hopefully that's not going to affect us. Should get around there next time. Yeah. Right, let's go down and get this other wagon and come down here and get started on running some silage into the bunker. Alright, there's FSG. He's, oh yeah, of course he's had to close the gate to be able to get out of there. So it's going to be a bit of a organisational challenge to get this field opened up. But once it's up and going, it's going to go pretty well, I think. So he's going to carry on around that way. Okay. Fair enough too. What are we going to have, Chief, to do here? We might have to try and back into here. So then we can go and catch up with the combine, otherwise, or catch up with the forage harvester. Otherwise, we'll be running the whole way around. Now this is going to be a true challenge of narrow lanes and challenging little fields and yards that come with being a silage contractor in the UK. Alright, there we go, that's us in. Jump back out here and get this gate closed so we can run around. There we go, we'll go and catch up, and by the time we've done that, we should be good just to hopefully leave that one open and just get into it. Let's go and catch up to the forage harvester. Alright, I'm just going to preset my cruise control down there at 6, because I know that's what we're going to be running at. And once we get around, there's a tight little section here actually, hopefully not going to run into any issues with this tree. There we go. We are getting the silage or chaff into our trailer, which is good. Trying to make sure we stay close enough to be right on the back of it by the looks of things. There we go. We'll set our speed at the same, cruise control on. We're into it, and like I said, once we're into the field proper, have the first headland open up, then we'll be able to run beside the forage harvester. And it will be able to shoot straight into the trailer, no issues. So let's just carry on. What are we, 20% full already? So FSG got around, what, 2/3 of the field before his trailer was full. So we should be able to make it around another good chunk of it. We'll be into it. This is good. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. It was always going to be a fun exercise. Silage is always a fun task on a farm, and this is no exception. Alright, there we are, first lap done, so we can now pull right up the side and run in a slightly better position. Get up there, cruise control didn't activate, there we go, it's on, and we're into it. That's some proper good silaging right there. Alright, let's carry on. We're 60%, so we'll be lucky enough we can run straight out of the field when we get up to the other end. And then we'll be down into the bunker and dumping. Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, mate.
Whereabouts are you right now?
I'm leaving the yard so I can pull over at the house so you can get down.
Okay, I'm just coming out of the field, so I'll meet you halfway.
Roger that.
Alright, there we go. Good little bit of communication because I knew that this was a rather narrow little lane, not a huge amount of space for overtaking, so it's going to work out well. Let's get down here. We're going to get this first lot tipped into the field, or into the pit, into the bunker, whatever you want to call it, and then we'll be able to sort of jump into a little bit of maybe a time lapse to start off this. See how we go, see how we get on. Here we are. It's actually not bad being able to pull forward up into there. And we get back in. FSG's managed to tip in there on the left hand side, so if we can get right back here on the right hand side and sort of tip in here, that's going to work out pretty well. Alright, what do we reckon about these? Looks pretty good. See how this goes. Well, it's tipping alright. How are we for height wise? Just watching the top of the trailer there. Just about hitting the roof. Alright, we'll just pull forward a little bit. Just tip the last 20 or so % out. Oh, we've clipped through the roof. That's not ideal. At least it's not a collision, right? I'm going to take that small little victory with that one. Right, there we are. It's us all dumped. So, what's going to be the best way to manoeuvre out of here? Can we... Probably not turning around that way straight away. I reckon we'll go forward, back in here, and then we can go out in the correct direction. Right, there we go. Let's get on back down, and we should be able to jump straight into it. Well, that's worked out timing-wise reasonably well. FSG's not quite full, so we're not going to have any downtime here with the forager. A little bit of an issue. We did see a little bit of clipping out of the bunker, which is not ideal. We'll have to see if we can avoid that, because otherwise it's going to sort of encroach into the yard, into the sort of driveway of the farm. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that and maybe see if we can load a little bit in more to the left side of the bin rather than the right side. See if that'll save it. But anyhow, we are back down here and we're ready to go. So let's just make sure we're ready. Jump in behind FSG once he's all full. Gotta love the stubble destruction in here on this as well. Just looks so good. I really enjoy this texture with the weeds in the bottom, with stubble destruction, everything like that. It just looks really good. So I think, there we go, FSG's full. We'll follow right behind. And we're into it. So I think time for a time lapse, time to get some silage done. So we'll catch up with you once we finish this field and before we head into the next one. it's not taken very long to get through this field. Now we've just taken over here in the forager because it was literally just these little bits in the middle. It did a pretty good job getting around the outside though, getting those headlands knocked out. So FSG's here, we've got a little bit on our trailer, going to have a bit in his trailer, and then we'll move into the next field and go make a start on that. Yeah, like I said, it hasn't taken us very long at all. We are going to be interested, and we were just chatting before about the compacting and what's going to happen when we get down into the pit. Is it going to compact? Are we going to be able to do that? I'm a little bit nervous about how much we might spill out the side or what exactly happens with it, but we'll figure it out and cross that bridge when we get to it. But for now, we're making some pretty good progress in getting this all done. Well, there we are, first field finished. That's been pretty speedy. Alright, turn that off and get the head lifted up, and we'll head on over to the other one. Alright, let's get that unfolded and we will go see about getting our course set up for this field now. Alright, so this one we've gone and set 5 headlands, and then we'll do some up and downs in the middle. So let's get that going. FSG's here and ready to start with us. So first waypoint, fire that off and get it underway. There we go, it's all up and running. So if we jump out, that carry on past, and FSG go with it, and I guess we're just going to carry on. Look at that, beautiful, perfect. Right, and when it comes time to go to the field, we can just run straight across. We can avoid that yard and part of the road, and we'll just get in here. Now, of course, this field's actually going to need ploughing again. In fact, both of them are going to need ploughing now that I've had a crop like corn in here, but not to worry. Maybe we could actually look at upgrading our plough or come up with a different option rather than that. What have we got? 4 furrow, 5 furrow plough? Let's see, wait and see. Right, let's go grab the tractor. We'll hop on into that and go and start collecting some more chaff. Get some more silage into the bunker. Oh, right, well, I think this is going to be our final pass here on Courseplay. Obviously, we're not going to get these last little bits out of the corner, but FSG is going to come back down. He's going to jump into the forager, and we will go and tidy those bits up. But that's it. That is all done. That has gone surprisingly quick. I thought it might have taken a little bit longer than that. Not sure where that's going. It's still folding up the wrong way, but there we go. Right. I like how those discs still spin in there, actually. Bit of inertia there. Right, let's just go, and we'll just wait for FSG, actually. Let's have a chat to him when he gets down here. And then we'll sort out a plan. I guess we're going to be going down and trying to get that pit tidied up, leveled out, compacted. We're going to have to take the telehandler down, probably try and scoop up some of that chaff that's gone out the side. I saw it had sort of spilt over into one of the other corners as well, so yeah, it's not ideal. I know that there has been some issues with the bunkers here on this map, so fingers crossed we can get it all sorted out. We did do a test before with just a trailer load in there on a single player save, and it all seemed to work and compact down, so fingers crossed it's going to work. But let's just wait. FSG will be down here in just a minute.
How's it going, mate?
Yeah, good. That went really well, eh? It was very fast. I'm surprised how quickly we got through it all.
Good fun as well. Just something fun about just hauling trailers as fast as you can from A to B.
Yeah, no, it is good. It is good fun. Right, do you want to jump up into the chopper and we'll just go and tidy those corners up, and then I suppose it's back down to the yard and try and get that pit tidied up.
Yeah, let's do that, mate.
All right. Cool, I'll follow you around.
Sweet.
Alright, let's head on down. So we're going to go do this section down here first. Gosh, that thing gets up and goes, doesn't it? It's got some power. Right. Side. Run down into here and get this done, and then I think there was some in a couple of other corners as well, so SG get turned out of there. Is that one done? Right, so let's get this all tidied up and then we'll head on back down to the yard. Just as we drive over here, it's always interesting to see, particularly when you've got the stubble destruction on here with this texture, look at how much of the field has been driven over by tyres, whether it's us driving across here, the forager, the trailers, whatever it is. There's not too much of the stubble in that field that hasn't been broken over, destroyed, whatever you want to call it. Just goes to show how much of a consideration soil compaction is in fields. You know, every section, a lot of that whole field had some sort of tyre weight put on it somewhere, so it really is quite a serious consideration to be given when you're in a field. Tyre selections, tyre sizes, it's going to be great when 25 comes out with that soil deformation, and you can actually really see that happening. So interesting. Right, what have we got? 25%, so not too much. Let's get on down in here and get this tipped in, and then I guess it'll be straight to work in the pit.
360,000 litres, Args.
Yeah, I was just
the bits of falling out the sides.
Yeah, it might be close to 400 by the time we tidy that all up. You're going to need more than your feet to compact it, though.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, it's going to take a while, this one.
Yeah, well, I might shoot down and grab the telehandler, so we've got that silage fork and can give it a bit of a play around with that. I don't know, do you want to try and maybe see if we can get a like a weight or something like that for one of the other tractors, one of those rollers or something?
Yeah, okay, that's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Or even a blade or something like that.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
There's some of those rotating kind of silage mixers, isn't there?
Yeah, the levelling things, yeah. You could give that a whirl if you wanted to. Alright.
Alright.
I'll go grab the telehandler. You do a little bit of research into that.
Roger that, mate.
Just while we're in here, just looking at the chaff texture, have you noticed how much it's changed in 25 by the looks of things from the fact sheets?
Yeah, it's a lot whiter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is kind of more authentic, I think, when you've got that chopped up cob of corn.
Yeah,
it's a lot whiter on the inside, isn't it?
Yeah, just that more variance, so looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, let's get into it.
Roger, mate.
So we've come down here to grab the JCB with the silage fork on the front. It was already on here because we've made quite a dent in this actually with the last lot of food we made up for the cows. Got a little bit down the side here which we can't get out. Again, I think it's just an issue with the bunkers on this map, which is unfortunate. I know people have commented about that previously. Anyhow, jump up in here, start it up, put that beacon on before we get in trouble with ourselves, and let's head on back down and see if we can beat that pit and bunker into some sort of shape that looks a bit like some silage. Right, look at that. The big blade on the front and the leveler on the back. This is going to be intriguing. Right, just seeing we're right here. So if I can get some of this tidied up and picked up. It's clipping all through the side. But there we go. Kind of, what have we done? Managed to sort of flatten it out down the side here. That's not ideal, is it? Not when we're going to get beached on it either. I think I made a mess.
What are you doing?
Well, I tried to pick some silage up as I came through and it just threw all this out here.
Ah, it's alright.
So, and now I get stuck on it. Well, mate, we're not claiming defeat, but I think we're fighting a bit of a losing battle right at the very second trying to get this compacted, aren't we?
We are indeed, yeah. There's a few issues with the side of the bunker we probably need to repair, which will take a bit of time.
Yeah.
But it means that it won't spill out the sides and we can compact it. Maybe first job, next episode.
Yes, I think that'd be a good idea. I love the setup you've gone and got here. I haven't used one of these sort of spreader leveler
Honestly,
things before. But
the leveler at the back is so good for taking the ridges out of the crop. I'll let you definitely once we've got this fixed, you should definitely play with that next episode because it is a game changer for leveling silage.
Yeah, cool. No, it's good to know. Good to know. And I wondered what you spent all the money on, but I see you've put jewels all around on the little case.
Yeah, I thought we'd get help with a bit of compaction.
Yeah, nice. That looks good. All right, well, thank you, mate. That was a lot of fun. Like we said, you can't beat a good silage harvest, can you?
No, much fun, and that forage harvester worked a treat as well, didn't it?
It was, well, it was the perfect size. I mean, we only had a 4.5 metre header. You can get up to what, 9 metre wide header, but that would have been 3 laps around each of those fields, and we'd be done. So
exactly, it was it
just felt appropriate.
Small map, small field farm, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. Very good. All right, buddy. Well, you have a good week. Yeah, we'll try and do some magic on this pit over the next few days and have it all good for next week.
Yeah, nice one, mate. Take care. Have a good week.
Yeah, you too, buddy. See you later.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, there we go. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. I've been looking forward to that for quite some time, and actually a little bit disappointed it finished so quickly. But as you can see, a few little issues there with the grass coming out the side. It's coming out the back a little. The back's not actually too bad, but definitely the side is not ideal, and it's even spilled over into the pit or on the other side of the shed too. Just going to poke our nose in here. Sort of look down there, you can see quite a bit through in there. It's even dislodged the plough a little bit, so not ideal. It is what it is though. We'll see what we can do about fixing that, and be back for next week with a silage pit, 360,000 litre silage that is going to keep our cows fed for quite some time. So from myself and the farm sim guy, didn't have to use the pedal car today. He had his beacon running the whole time. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Doing a job.
It is doing a job. I got some strong legs to be able to pedal up there. Oh.
Yeah, it's totally removed that massive ridge in the middle straight away. I think you're sinking out.
Oh my god, I'm disappearing. Green bin safety video, we can do a silage pit safety video. Don't let your kids play the pedal car on silage.